What's happening, everybody? Willie here at the Great Outdoors. You know, a couple videos back I introduced you to a reel, a Johnson Century 100B. It had a little bit of that going on. I got two of them, as a matter of fact. Got a little bit of going on. What did I do? Well, I told you I was going to get with Gary and I was going to order some parts. Did I do that? Well, yeah. So we got new gears. We have a new pinion gear and new crank gear. Now, the only difference we have here, or not difference, there's really no difference. The only thing that we have to do is we actually have to put the pinion gear on the drive shaft. So we're going to do that. And I just thought it would be something cool to show you because for once, I've already gone through these. And I don't have to do an entire cleanup to be able to take these things apart and put them back together again. Just got to do some maintenance, basically. Got to pull out some gears, put some new ones in. Fast and easy, quick and easy. When it comes to the Johnson department here, the Century and the Citation and stuff, man, quick and easy. Nothing much to it. But for those of you who maybe never done it, thought it would be a good idea to just give you a brief tutorial on replacement of the crank gear and the pinion gear on the shaft. Now, I don't know inside of here, I can't remember. I know I've had them apart and cleaned them up, what the drive shafts on these look like. They may have the little plastic ring that holds the spring on. It may have a C-clip that holds the spring on, because both of these things I'm pretty sure were taken apart at some time or another other than me. The reason I say that is because we got different screws for the bodies to hold the plates on. We got flathead Phillips on here. We have flathead on here. We've got black button, black crank handle, white crank handle. So, you know, I don't know. The caps, you know, two different time frames there. You got the slotted cap on this side and the non-slotted on this side. The slots are actually on the side, not the top. So, you know, Johnson liked to mix it up a bit, and they did. They did mix it up a bit, even though you basically had the same, oh, I don't know, physical characteristics or mechanical characteristics. They were kind of the same, other than that. Let's take these things apart and we'll do a quick gear replacement. For the Christmas holidays, we're giving them new gears. They'll be the $6 million reel, and when you go to wind it, it'll go instead of it's the holiday feeling, so whoopity-doo, dippity-yip, skippity-bip-bop, da-boodly-dip. There's our little bowl. We're going to use the little bowl today. And we'll go with the white handle first. What do you say? We'll pull that cap. Just take a look in there, make sure everything's cool. Yeah, Take that acorn nut off there. Drop that in the bowl so we don't lose it. Take off this. Let's look in here. Oh yeah, man, she's still looking good in there. In this version, you have the spring on the end of the pickup pin, as opposed to what I like to call the leaf spring version, which is a copper strip that goes across here. And but that you have the spring on the end there. Then you got your old hairpin, but likes to catch the line and wrap it all around it. We'll just take that off just in case, so I don't want it to just fall off while I'm trying to work on this thing. We need, let's go small Phillips head. Let's see, where are you at? Phil. There you are. I love these little screwdrivers. I don't know if you guys use these things. They used to give them away everywhere. They're changeable. You know, you can switch them over, do that kind of thing. But I need Phillip right now. Here we go, Phil. Pop that guy off there. As you see, it's getting very easily done. It's nothing much to this. If you wiggle the button, a lot of times the back side, the title side, I guess you could say, panel will just fall right off in your hand. Then you can take your button out and you can fling grease everywhere. Oh, and that one looks like it. Oh, is that one of them copper rings? Those are not fun. Let's get that out of there and take a look at that real quick, and I'll show you that. There's versions here. We got versions. Now what you have here, I don't think you can see it, but this is it's a C clip, but not like a clip. It's more of a wire that's just bent around. And that is not fun to get off of there. There we go. We got it. We got it. Set that in there. We will take that spring off right there. Well, let's set it in here just in case. We'll take that gear off. We will take out one of our pinion gears. Now, if you notice on these pinion gears, you have a flat side. See that? Like a washer kind of side. And you have an open side with no washer kind of side. I always put the flat sides down to the bottom of the base, and because I assume that's how it was made to go, even though many of these I have opened up and found that they weren't that way. So do I know for sure that Johnson made it that way or put it that? I don't know. I have no idea. It could be that somebody else has been in it, and so who knows really. I don't. I've never really talked to anybody who really does. I talked to Gary, and Gary said that he likes to put the flat side down to the bottom too, and I believe Dan is the same way. Now this is where things are going to get dodgy. Trying to keep that spring from pushing on the bottom of this clip when you're trying to put it on. It does nothing but try to push out of your fingers the entire time. Well, that spring's gone. No idea where that went. So the most fun that you can have is trying to get these little clips back on here. And what I have to do is usually, you see how I'm holding this thing, and I have to pry the spring down as far as I can and do my dangest to hold on to that while I'm trying to get this little clip to go back on there, which is never fun because it doesn't ever really want to cooperate. There. Okay. Now I'm just going to kind of make sure everything's good here, because that one was fighting me. Now we can drop this back in here. You got to take the tail end of it first, go through the groove here, get the right angle. It goes through. Now once you get it lined up where it can go through the hole, you can take your oil, just put a little bit down the tube here and a little bit on the shaft here, and then you can push that right in there like that, spin it around a few times. Alright, and now we move on to the crank gear. And we take that nut and set it right there. Take that crank off there and just set it right there. Now we'll take this gear right here, set it there like so. I'll do the same thing with this side. A little oil in the tube area there. Drop a little bit down on the shaft itself. Push it in there and work it around a bit. Do 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 do. Then we can take that nut, make sure it doesn't have any. A lot of times look inside there and make sure there's no little burrs or anything like that, because that will make a mess of trying to put the crank and everything on. So I just always check it out. Just a habit, I guess. Crank arm goes on. Nut goes on. Then we tighten back up. Now we'll go back to this section here. We'll push that gear back up there like that. We will put our button in. Button still has some grease on the slide, which is good. Alright, so now that we've got our button in, we put this plate on here. See how easy that went? You know why it went so easy? Because that's the second time I've done it. If If you're going to do things right around here, you do it twice. Yeah, the first time I did it, I made a left-handed reel. Doing the thing. That's right. Saturday morning, sitting here, repairing, maintaining, whatever you would like to call it, and doing the thing. Another Century 100B ready for action. And a good looking one too, I might say. So there you go. That is just simply a gear change. It can be somewhat trifling when it comes to putting the little clip back on the spring on the drive shaft. That can be fun. And you can launch parts. You can. I launched a spring in here, and at some point I heard it fly, but heard it hit the ceiling and never heard it land. I got carpet in here, so at some point or another, the vacuum cleaner is going to find it. Hope you enjoyed that. That's a short video just showing a gear change on a Johnson Century 100B. I got another one to do over here I'm going to go ahead and do and get that out of the way, but now this one is ready to go. Ready to see the world again. That's right, I said again. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Whatever the next one may be. Got a lot of prospects right now. Got a lot of things going on. Let me wipe the oil off my hands. We're getting ready to go finish up some Christmas shopping. Then I'm going to come back and take care of that other 100B. Or I'll be laying here in tears.